point your finger. This, by
Yeah.
the way, if you've got any questions, just jump in and ask me, because it sounds
No, no,
like
yeah.
I'm taking over the whole
No,
conversation.
it's great. It's great. This is needed. Yeah. It's that
When
simple.
when we do this, Dahlia, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, when we do that, what
Yeah.
the what the hell are we pointing to?
Right.
Seriously, when I say that,
Yeah. Right.
do it. Just do it with me. What the hell?
Okay. Okay.
No?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Just focus both your eyes on the tips of your finger.
Okay.
Yeah. And try and work out, in all honesty, try and work out what that pointing finger is pointing to.
Huh.
What's there from your direct experience right here, right now? What the hell is
Okay.
it pointing to? What's there?
Um, Awareness. What's here? Like, what is, yeah.
What's it
Mm.
pointing to?
Hmm.
The mind will throw up all sorts of names, awareness and blah, but from your direct experience, without using labels, without saying, oh, it's pointing to awareness, or oh, it's pointing to my face, or oh, it's pointing to consciousness, oh, it's pointing to God, and we could label all
Yeah.
sorts of shit, right?
Well,
So
I
let's
don't
just
know. I have
like
no
that's
idea.
that's where you want to be. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Now go back to that. I don't
Yeah.
know. Go
Okay.
back to that
Okay.
and look at
Okay.
it. Look at the point,
Okay.
the tip of your
Yeah.
finger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now stay with the I don't know. What's there?
Something about this feels similar. Feels,
Can you stay with it?
yeah.
Can you uh, are you aware that
Mm-hmm.
there's no thing there?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you,
Mm-hmm.
are you aware that there is no boundary in there? I'm using the word in. I'm sorry
Mm-hmm.
for doing that, but
Mm-hmm.
are you aware there's no boundary in there?
That's what it feels like. Like as soon as I look at the screen, that changes it. But when it's like this,
Correct.
there's less of a sense of a boundary because it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know what
I
this
know.
is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But
Yeah.
what we're doing right now is getting you to
Yeah.
look in the right direction.
Right.
When we look at a screen, we're looking
Yeah.
in the wrong direction.
Right.
We're looking from here at the screen.
Right. Right. Right.
But when
Right.
we do this, it's a
Yeah.
reverse. It's a complete reverse. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay. And we got to get past, oh, I'm pointing to my nose. Oh, I'm pointing
Right.
to my face. We got to get past that. But you can.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah. There's this
That
weird sense of calm here. I don't know what that's about, but it's
that's right. You're looking in the right direction.
right.
And it's a strange kind of looking, isn't it?
It's super strange. It's like,
Yeah, because we think we're
it's
looking at the tip of
really
the finger.
strange.
We think we're looking at the tip of
Yeah.
the finger, but there's another seeing that's also
Yeah.
happening that's looking back this way at the same time.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Well, because it's
that's
like it's getting it to look just the seat, just the
yep,
finger this way.
yeah,
It's just like emphasizing
yeah,
looking here,
yeah, and
you
and
know?
and furthermore, there is an
Yeah.
actual experience of looking there. It's an actual
Right.
experience.
That's what it, yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
actual experience of looking
Yeah.
there. That's odd because we
Yeah.
look we think we look from here there.
Yeah. Right. Right.
It's an
That's
actual
weird.
experience. It's an actual experience.
It is.
That there, yeah?
Yeah.
That there is where I keep trying to get you and everybody else.
Right.
Right there. Right
It's
there.
just so,
It's the recognition. There's a
yeah,
recognition here. And the mere fact that you're recognizing that there's a
that's,
seeing happening here, there's like a, you can call
yeah,
it an awareness, if you like, that's
yeah.
happening here, is incredible.
Mm-hmm. It is.
And it's the first time that we turn it around, because we're always doing it that way.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
We're always doing it that way. People sit in meditation to hope to create this. Yeah. You don't have to do that. You can just sit and do that.
This is so much better than meditation for me,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Yeah. And it's
but
faster.
it's like
It's faster.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's honest. And
You know?
there's a direct experience being had there.
Yeah.
You need to sit there for a moment, like just, and then you can experience, Dana,
Mm-hmm.
you can experience almost like a rush into
Mm-hmm.
this,
Mm-hmm.
like a rush into,
Mm-hmm.
oh, and
Yeah.
it's empty, but it's the source of all.
Yeah.
It's the source. When I say
Yeah.
empty, it doesn't have a boundary, doesn't have a location, doesn't have a shape,
Yeah.
doesn't have a size, doesn't have a. Sounds a lot like consciousness to me. What shape does consciousness have?
Totally.
What size? What mass? What color? None, 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 none. Yeah? We miss it. And it's because we're programmed to constantly be looking that way.
Yeah.
We don't know how to look that
It's
way.
it's so interesting because of that experience that happened. I don't even remember if it was yesterday or what day it was. I think it
Yeah,
was yesterday with my great auntie. Like
yeah.
there's something familiar, there's something similar about this
Correct,
and connecting with her.
correct, correct.
That's what I'm like
Yeah.
experiencing right now.
See,
It's
when both your eyes met, yeah,
yeah,
what you
yeah,
were experiencing was this.
yes, exactly.
And I
Yeah,
I I would hazard to say, so was she.
yeah, right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
We
it
don't
felt
know
like that.
this. We really don't know.
No, we
Not
don't.
not to connect, not to truly. We don't. We think we do, but we don't.
Yeah, we don't at all.
Yeah. So
Like
this,
this is so simple. Like it's just,
it's so simple. Like honestly, if I could
yeah,
just say to you, people often say to me, "Oh, can you give me a practice?
right.
Can you give me something to
Totally,
do?"
totally,
You know?
totally. People ask me the same thing, by the
Yeah,
way,
right.
so I kind of relate.
Me too. Me too. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it 100%,
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's not very often I'll give someone something to do, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that, and you
Yeah.
won't see me doing that. I don't think I've done that on any of my videos, but
Mm-mm.
like
Yeah.
you kind of have to be ready for that. Otherwise, you
Right.
just go, "What are you talking about? It's pointing to my
Yeah.
face."
Yeah, totally.
It's not. It's not actually. Some people say, "Oh,
It,
it's pointing to my body." I go, "Okay, which part?"
right.
Because your body's big.
Right.
Is that pointing to your foot? No. Well, it's
Right.
not. It's not pointing to the whole of your body then. Yeah. But we go, it's pointing to my body. But then when you break it down, that you've got to keep breaking it down, and they go, "Oh, okay, it's pointing to my face. It's not pointing to my foot. It's pointing to my face." And I go, "Really?
Right.
Pointing to face? What part of your face is it pointing to?"
Yeah.
And they'll go, "The tip of my nose." Okay, okay, good. Does that involve your left eye? No. See how
Yeah.
initially a
Right.
person says, "Oh, it's pointing to my body." You challenge them. They go, "Oh no, it's pointing to my face." and you
Yeah.
challenge them again. Go, no, it's pointing to
Yeah.
my nose. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
not pointing to your left eye, just pointing to the tip of your nose. Yeah. Okay. Good. What part of the tip of your nose is your finger pointing to? What part? Which bit? Like which bit?
Yeah.
Like hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's
Well, there's a quality to the looking because if I were to point my finger, if I were to do this,
yeah
right,
different.
that feels different than doing this because
Yeah. It's like
I don't see my head. You know what I
so
mean?
I know it's like oh how can it it's like hmm, yeah, wow. It's like viewing a non-reflective mirror.
Yeah, totally. Because it's like, yeah, exactly.
Like
It's like,
think about that.
who are you? Or what are
Yeah,
you? You know, it's like, what
yeah,
is this? Like,
yeah.
you know?
A non-reflective mirror is this.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like that when I was looking in her eyes. Because, um, yeah, it was a different recognition.
Mm,
It was just, I don't
mm,
want to say it was just looking, but it was like,
mm.
it was different than if I were to look at my brother who was in the room. I mean, there was definitely a feeling, but it was different when I,
Yeah.
were to look at someone who could speak and had a different quality of mind. But you
Mm,
know,
mm. You know,
when I looked in her eyes,
yeah.
it was just like being. It was just like boundless,
Mm,
like
good.
it's such a strong sense of being. Like my breathe, like all of it. Like I just felt so there,
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like I was there. It was just like we were there. Like,
Mm,
yeah, it was like, I mean, it was like I was looking in her eyes. It was almost like I was like looking into the universe. It was like we were just,
beautiful. Beautiful.
you know?
Beautiful. Yeah, I do. And it was you describing all of that to me that prompted me to get you to do that
Yeah.
because you'll experience the same thing.
Yeah. It feels similar.
If you can get
Like it,
past the mind going, oh, I feel a bit silly because I'm pointing at my face and there's a finger pointing at me. If you can get past that, right?
yeah.
Which you totally can.
Which, I mean,
And just,
that's not even there right now. I don't
yeah,
know if it's
beautiful.
just, it
Yeah,
feels
yeah,
obvious. Yeah.
yeah. So it's, it's a mirror. It has no reflection in it because this doesn't have a reflection.
Mm,
That's being pointed to does not have a reflect. It's not reflective.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's the tip of the pointing finger is a mirror that doesn't reflect, but at
Mm-hmm.
the same time does get you to, yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And
I feel like I could just sit here with this finger for like an hour,
you can,
and it, like,
you,
yeah,
you can, and if you know, if you were to say, "Give me something to do," I'd say, "Just do that."
just do that.
Yeah, and understand, really understand the deep significance of what's occurring whilst that's happening, of what's actually occurring. Hmm? It bypasses this, completely
Yeah,
bypasses this. Yeah.
that's the that's the that's the I don't know if that's like the calm or something, but it's
Hmm.
like it's familiar because like it's like when I
Remember
was
those?
sitting with her. Yeah,
So remember, you would have heard people say, stop looking at the pointing finger.
right.
The pointing finger
Huh,
is not the answer. Don't look at the
huh.
pointing finger.
Right.
What's it pointing to?
Right.
That often gets used when people get hung up on words all the time, because
Right.
words are pointers. Yeah.
Totally.
Go,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
but you can't use that word there, and that doesn't mean that. And they get caught in the
Yeah.
word. You know,
Right.
no, the words are just pointers. Don't get caught up in
Right.
the word. They're just point.
Right.
And it's the
It
same
just
with this.
pointed.
They say, you know,
Yeah.
the pointing finger that's pointing to the moon. You'll miss the moon if you just look at the pointing finger.
Hmm.
Now, doing this, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Initially, the attention will be on the tip of the finger. It will be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You are, yeah, you're there, and you're looking at the
Yeah.
pointing finger. And then you start to ask yourself the question, or there's a realization that occurs, yeah, who or what is this pointing to?
There's a weird, like, I don't know, like
It'll shift from
it's
the
like,
finger, it'll shift
yeah,
from
it's like
the finger
breathing.
to the moon.
Yeah.
It shifts from the finger to the moon,
Right.
but it's direct.
Yeah.
You are this. Or
Right.
if you're using the moon analogy, you are the moon,
Right.
not the finger
Yeah.
pointing to it. Yeah. Now
Right.
we've got a situation where, okay, the finger's pointing to something.
Right.
Okay, there we are. It's pointing to something. Yeah.
Right.
What? 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 You can whittle through, you know, different ideas as to what. Yeah. But ultimately, you'll come to where you were a moment ago. I don't know.
Right. Right.
Oh, hallelujah. Good.
Right.
Now stay with that.
Yeah.
This can be difficult, right? For the mind, it can be difficult. Yeah,
Yeah.
stay with that. What do you mean, stay with that? This. Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like that's not happening right now. Like there's
Yeah.
just like breathing and
Yep.
like not knowing, but there's no struggle with it. It just feels,
Yeah. Good. So the
um,
direction, if I can say this, the direction that you're heading is
yeah,
this way,
yeah,
but it's but,
yeah,
but it's way, 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 way. I can't even put this into words. It's way past. It's way deeper. It's way past the body.
yeah, that's right.
Way past the body.
Yeah,
There's no end to it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You're
That's the,
looking. You remember I said there's a portal. There's six
yeah,
portals. Yeah.
yeah,
What you're now doing, instead of looking out of the portal this
yeah,
way, yeah,
yeah,
we turned it around and you're trying to look back through the portal the other way.
right,
Because we've always looked through the portal this way.
right.
Yeah. Six portals: seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, thinking. They're the portals that this comes through. Now what I'm asking you to do, yeah, just through
Mm-hmm.
one of them, yeah,
Yeah,
look
like that.
back through the portal.
Yeah, right, right.
It's so cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And it's as direct. It's direct.
It cuts through everything. Like
Everything.
it just,
Everything. Boom.
yeah,
And there's a truth in it.
yeah.
And there's a knowing in it. There's something
Mm.
profound in it. Profound.
Like really.
Yeah, like really, really.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Really, really, really.
yeah. Like I literally just want to sit here and do this for like hours. It's like
Yeah, yeah.
wild.
Yeah. Now the you can do exactly what it is I'm getting you to do right now
Right.
without the
Yeah.
finger.
Right. Totally.
But if you need to start that way, start that way.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
And then
Yeah.
when just and then just stay.
Yeah.
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 That
It's
makes sense.
I remember a long time ago, I used to say to people, it's a 180-degree turnaround.
Yeah,
Remember I used to say that? We're always
I
looking
think
that
so.
way.
That's
We're
right.
always
Yeah,
looking at
yeah.
that way. And I used to say,
Yeah, that's
turn it
right.
around and this way.
That's right. That's right. That's
So
right.
that's another way of,
That's right.
if you consider that there's like 6 portals,
Yeah.
all right, now we're going to turn around. We're going to look
Yeah.
back the opposite direction through one of these portals.
So this is using like seeing
It
as
seems
a
to be.
portal.
It seems to
Seems
be.
to be.
Yeah, yeah.
But then
And
there's like feeling here, or I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
if that's,
yeah. It ends up being consciousness.
yeah, right.
Let's see.
If, yeah, it feels like the word that came up was like awareness of awareness or something, but like
Yeah,
it just
you could say that. That's fine. You
like,
could totally say that.
but it feels kind of like
It's much closer than awareness of
there's,
awareness
yeah,
because it's just
well,
awareness
there's something
and you are
kind
that.
of funny about it. Like there's something kind of funny about it. Like, I don't know how to, it's like, I mean, I know like this is not a thing, but it's like, I don't know, there's something funny about this. Like it's just like how simple this is. Like it's just really like,
Yeah, well, it is.
you know?
Too.
Like it's just like
It's so simple.
this is all it takes. Like, okay, like
Yeah,
what's happening?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. That's
yeah,
brilliant.
yeah,
I'd love to be able to get your mum to do
yeah,
that, see that.
yeah.
I haven't
It's a
done.
great one, Terry. Like it's
Yeah,
honestly like,
yeah, yeah. It's especially if you start adding in, hey, there's 6 portals
yeah,
because that's easy to grasp for a start.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
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 okay, yeah, I get it. There is,
yeah,
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 seeing, hearing,
yeah,
placing into this moment,
yeah,
thinking,
yeah,
boom.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now we're just gonna
yeah.
we're gonna look
Go
back in
this
the
way.
other direction through one of these.
Yeah,
That's all we're doing. And
yeah, totally.
that's what that does. So
Yeah, makes sense.
because I mean, I say there's 6 portals, which is a pointer, but there's just
Hmm.
one, and it's consciousness.
Yeah. Well, it's funny
This
because like
this is pointing
this,
to
yeah,
conscious,
yeah,
which manifests as the 6 comes through the 6 portals. So when you
right,
look back at it, it's just
right.
one. It's one. It's just
Yeah,
one
that's
conscious.
what it feels like because it's like
Yeah.
the six, whatever, like for whatever reason that
Mm.
is hard for me to grasp. But this is very simple
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
yeah, that was thank you so much, Terry. I'm aware that we're over time, so I want to be conscious of that.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
It's all right. You know,
I'm gonna do that. I mean, like just because like there's
seriously,
something, yeah,
seriously. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like it's doing something.
It is.
Yeah,
It is. And just trust
yeah,
it. Just
yeah,
because
okay,
you're intuiting something.
yeah,
So just trust your own intuition around it and just,
yeah,
yeah. And eventually, you might have to sort of start by going, okay,
yeah,
but it happens so quickly. It can happen so
yeah,
quickly that you don't need that.
yeah,
And then
right.
eventually you don't need that at all
Makes sense.
because this is where you are.
It's just, yeah, exactly,
This,
exactly.
this is where you are. And you're here.
Hmm.
Try that.
Yeah,
You're,
I know what
you're
that's,
here
yeah, right,
and you're here at the same time.
right,
So it's
right. Yeah.
kind of
Sorry.
right in the sort of middle there somehow.
Yeah, yeah,
And the
yeah,
portals are the senses that divides, if you like, being here in the world or being back here as pure absolute one consciousness.
yeah,
The,
yeah,
the, the, the,
yeah,
that divides those is just those 6 portals.
yeah.
That's all.
That's all.
Think about that.
Yeah.
That's
No, that it like intuitively makes sense. Like I can't,
yeah,
it makes sense. Like
yeah.
Don't know how to describe how it makes sense, but it just makes sense.